Football often has a way of closing circles, of bringing stories back to where they began. The return of Aymeric Laporte to Athletic Bilbao is one of those stories that feels almost inevitable, as if written in the stars. After years away, winning trophies in England with Manchester City, and then moving on to Saudi Arabia with Al-Nassr, Laporte has come back to the club that gave him his first opportunity and shaped his identity as a professional footballer. This is not just another transfer, it is a return full of symbolism, emotion, and meaning, both for the player and for Athletic Bilbao as an institution. Laporte's journey began in Bilbao when he was still a teenager. Born in France, but raised football-wise in Spain's Basque Country. He joined the Athletic Academy and quickly stood out as one of the most promising defenders of his generation. By the age of 18, he was already making appearances for the first team, showing composure, maturity, and a defensive intelligence far beyond his years. Athletic Bilbao is not like any other club in the world. Bound by a unique philosophy, it only fields players born or developed in the Basque region. That philosophy makes every talent from the academy more than just an asset. It makes them a symbol of Basque identity and pride. Laporte embodied that perfectly. Between 2012 and 2018, he became a pillar of the team, playing more than 200 matches and establishing himself as one of the most reliable defenders in La Liga. But European football is unforgiving when it comes to talent. In 2018, Manchester City, led by Pep Guardiola, triggered his release clause with an offer of $65 million, a record at the time. For Bilbao, losing Laporte was painful, but inevitable. For Laporte, it was the chance of a lifetime. To test himself in the Premier League under one of the greatest managers of the modern era. At City, he quickly became a cornerstone of Guardiola's defense. His passing range, composure on the ball, and versatility made him an ideal fit for Pep's possession-based system. Laporte helped City win multiple Premier League titles, domestic cups, and was part of the squad that finally conquered the Champions League. His legacy in Manchester is undeniable. A defender who arrived in mid-season, adapted instantly and became a champion at every level. After years of success in England, Laporte surprised many when he accepted a new challenge in Saudi Arabia, joining Al-Nassr in 2023. The move was part of the wider wave of European stars heading to the Middle East, attracted by ambitious projects and financial incentives. At Al-Nassr, he played alongside Cristiano Ronaldo, a partnership that drew attention worldwide. Yet despite the glamour and the headlines, something seemed missing. Laporte was still in his prime, still capable of competing at the highest level, and for many fans, his talent deserved to be showcased in Europe's biggest competitions. That is why the news of his return to Athletic Bilbao has struck such a chord. It is not only about football, but also about identity, loyalty, and a sense of belonging. For Bilbao fans, Laporte is not just another signing. He is one of their own, someone who left to pursue greatness, but never forgot his roots. His comeback has been made possible after FIFA gave approval for the move, a rare intervention that highlights how unique and complex modern transfers can be. For the club, securing Laporte once again is a statement of ambition. Athletic Bilbao has always been proud of its philosophy, but in the modern game, competing with financial giants like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and the Premier League clubs is extremely difficult. Bringing back a world-class defender like Laporte gives them not only sporting strength, but also symbolic power. It tells their fans and rivals alike that Bilbao remains a place where big players belong. From a sporting perspective, Laporte's impact could be enormous. He returns with the experience of winning titles in England, the discipline of playing under Guardiola, and the leadership gained as a senior figure in different dressing rooms. He is no longer the teenager who debuted nervously in San Mamés. He is a seasoned defender who has faced the best strikers in the world. His ability to organize the backline, read the game, and play out from defense will be invaluable in La Liga, where Athletic are always looking to compete for European qualification and, occasionally, challenge for silverware in the Copa del Rey or the Supercopa. His presence will also be vital for the younger generation of Basque defenders coming through the academy, who can now learn directly from a player who represents the perfect athletic journey. From youth team, to star, to departure, and now a celebrated return. Emotionally, the homecoming resonates deeply with fans. San Mamés has always been known as one of the most passionate stadiums in Spain, a place where identity matters as much as results. When Laporte steps onto that pitch wearing the red and white stripes again, the roar of the supporters will not just be for a defender, they will be welcoming back a son of the club. Few transfers in football carry this kind of emotional weight. It is rare to see a player leave at his peak, achieve success abroad, and still return while he has years of top-level football ahead of him. For Athletic supporters, this is more than nostalgia. It is a hope that with Laporte leading the defense, the team can aspire to greater things. Financially, the deal also speaks volumes. Unlike the mega transfers involving hundreds of millions, this was about timing, cooperation, and the player's own will. Bilbao cannot compete with the financial power of global giants, but what they do have is identity, loyalty, and the emotional pull of belonging to something unique. Laporte's decision to return shows that these values still matter in football, even in an era dominated by money and global markets. Looking forward, his arrival could change the dynamics of Athletic Bilbao's season. With La Liga becoming increasingly competitive, with clubs like Girona and Real Sociedad challenging the traditional top teams, having a defender of Laporte's caliber could be the difference between finishing mid-table and pushing for a Champions League spot. His leadership in the dressing room, his ability to deal with pressure, and his tactical knowledge from working with Guardiola will all be invaluable assets for manager Ernesto Valverde, as he seeks to balance youth development with competitive ambition. For Laporte himself, the return is a chance to reconnect with his roots, to play once more for the fans who first believed in him, and perhaps to write the most meaningful chapter of his career. He has won titles abroad, lifted trophies, and played with legends, but there is something unique about coming home. In Bilbao, every tackle, every header, and every clean sheet will carry double weight, because it will not just be about results, it will be about representing the Basque people and their identity. As football continues to evolve, stories like this remind us why the game matters beyond the pitch. Transfers are not only about business, sometimes they are about heart, history, and home. Aymeric Laporte returning to Athletic Bilbao is one of those rare moments where football feels like poetry, where a circle closes in the most perfect way. And now, with San Mamés ready to explode, the stage is set for Laporte to once again become a hero in red and white, proving that sometimes, no matter how far you go, home will always call you back.